Hi, I'm Lisa Tarr, pediatric physical therapist and CEO and founder of First Steps Pediatric Therapy, and we provide physical and occupational therapy in our clinic, virtually as well as home-based services, and we really focus on trying to help with that parent involvement and what's really important to your child, as well as you during your therapy sessions. And our providers work with you to collaborate with meeting your family goals during our therapy sessions. So the question is like, have you ever wondered if your child is just like a late bloomer, or is it actually time to get help? And so there's a common myth that it says, oh, they'll outgrow it. But the truth is pediatric therapy actually can help as early as infancy. So we work with babies often, and we provide services from birth all the way on up. And generally, like that other myth is like they're too young or they'll outgrow it. But most parents actually hesitate to think, oh, therapy is only for school-age kids. But statistically, 1 in 6 kids ages like 3 to 17 in the US actually have some level of a developmental disability, whether it's a developmental delay, a learning disability, or there's a neurological impairment. So therapy can start as early as a few weeks old for things like torticollis, feeding issues, low muscle tone, or identified delayed milestones. And then most of our delays don't fix themselves. And so when you start services earlier, this actually helps build on what therapists call neuroplasticity, and we can actually help your kids catch up sooner than later. And why earlier intervention actually matters, under the US, they actually implemented their funded state or federally funded program called Early Intervention, and that's under the Individual Disability Education Act, IDA Part C, because the research actually showed earlier support leads to better outcomes, and it actually addresses delays that are identified earlier. It also reduces costs long-term, and then children who actually need any type of services, they're actually less likely to need intensive services later when we've identified this with early intervention, the First to 3 program. And it also helps really create that connection between you as parents, as well as supporting your child in your family system. So we empower you guys as families with different tools and educations to help with developing those daily routines. And then lastly, early intervention actually is wonderful because it creates diversity and equity and easy accessibility for anybody with children from birth to 3. And this actually promotes the fairness and opportunity for everybody, regardless of your income, to receive services and have access to this care. So early intervention isn't just known in general for helping promote motor coordination and development, helping kids with early self-help skills like ADLs, improve their speech and language, support school readiness, increase confidence, and help with regulation. The reason why early intervention is so wonderful is because statistically, approximately 85% of our brain's development happens before the age of 5, referencing the Urban Child Institute. And just in general, it's so much easier to learn how to ride a bike at 5 than it is to learn how to ride a bike at 50. So if you can think about that. Pediatric therapy isn't just for now and helping kids. We actually build on a foundation that helps equip them later. So we can work on, motor development, emotional regulation, communication, and social interaction. And then these are really good foundational skills that affect friendships and learning, as well as developing those independence as kids grow. We are working on developing that foundation just to help them support them later in life. So the question that I have for you is, when should you reach out, is what you're thinking. And the main thing I want to tell you is don't wait for your pediatrician to bring it up to you to say, hey, I think your child has a delay. Just trust your parent intuition, just to say like, hey, something's a little bit off. Trust that. We provide 15-minute consults, so you can talk to a therapist and ask them questions before you would even schedule an evaluation. And so just think some common signs that your child might be delayed is if your child might be you notice that they have a delay in their sitting, they're crawling, they're not walking on time, you're having difficulty with calming or working on engagement with your child, or you're noticing that there's a little bit of limitation in their speech and communication. So getting an evaluation for therapy isn't really a commitment, to a lifelong therapy sessions. It's just to, get some information, and the evaluation gives you a sense of mind just to make sure that your child does have needs or they don't have needs. So we're definitely here to help. and your child's never too young to start getting some therapy services, and early support is going to help you guys develop that strong foundation with your kid and improve their confidence level. So if this resonates with you and you feel like your child might need some support, you definitely can give us a call. Our phone number is 720-989-0179. You can call or text us, or you can check us out on our website at firststepspediatric.com.